Hello, this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts. Today with the Visible Image Artist Trading Card Swap for June 2024, and the topic this month is How Does Your Garden Grow? I have been asked by the lovely Jane who organises the swap if I would be willing to create 2 ATCs, as there was an uneven number of participants. At first I thought about doing 2 completely different ATCs, but now I've decided I will actually create 2 very similar ones, and the accompanying card will be similar as well. When I saw the topic, I had to think what I've got in my stash, and I have got the daffodils, and I knew there are some little flowers with the afternoon tea set. And I've also ordered the lily, but that's still on its way in the post. But I originally thought, or straight away thought when I saw the sign, the theme, could I create a flower from the stamps I do own? And my original thought was to use this circle stamp here it's not really easy to see that, to create a flower. I've dismissed that, but I found quite a few other stamps that I hope will make lovely flowers. I had a trial run on a piece of scrap paper there, but I'll show you what we'll do. So what we're using today, or what I'm using today, is this is the Anyone for Bubble stamp, and I'm using the bubbles from the afternoon tea set I just mentioned. See, the flowers are here. I'm using this tea. That will work nicely as a leaf. From the Keep Your Gin Up, I'm using the lemon slice or lime slice and this splash thing, but I'm using this upside down. You will see in a moment how. Have I forgotten anything? Oh yes, I have forgotten. It's on this side. This is the whiskey set, splash of whiskey. I will be using this twist here for a leaf, and I think that's it. I might use, where have I put that? Sorry about that. I've got them spread all around me. I might use some grass later. That's little pieces of grass, but I'll have a look how much space I've got. I thought also, instead of using the bubbles, this would work nicely as well for the kind of flower I want to create. When I had a trial run, I'll show you my trial run, but it's got some other, I just took some scrap paper which had some other stamps on it. I thought I would create a background, maybe stenciled, but when I stamped these flowers here, I decided I would actually like to work on a white background. I think the colours pop best on there, and I might do some ink blending around it afterwards, but I really don't want to interfere and, dull the colours, especially the yellow. I like the yellow, and well, all of the colours are really nice. The blue would probably be okay with the background, but I don't want this to be any other colour than that. So, and this is basically what we're doing. Oh, I had a little trial run with a shell as well from the beach set. As a leaf, that would work as well if you got that one. So yeah, that was my idea, to just get creative with what I have there. So I will start with my lemon slice here, because that's the one that needs to be properly in place. All the others I can rearrange, and I'm using the VersaFine Clear Cheerful for that. So all I did was ink it up thoroughly. With this one here, I'll stamp it here on the side. Inking it up again and stamping it on the top. Trying to match the circle there. But I didn't really like that look, so all I did was go in again and do it sideways as well. Oops. And that basically gives me this sort of round shape with some interest in the middle. but I'm okay with that. That it's a bit higgledy-piggledy. That's the sort of look I wanted for it. So then I've got the Versifying Clear Grass Green. I like that because it's quite a good colour, as in, you know, it pops quite nicely. So this is the splash here, whatever, or, well, running liquid of some sort, and inking it up thoroughly. I'm just placing this underneath here to just hit the yellow on the top. It fits perfectly at the bottom. Yeah, I like that. So, and then I can create the second flower, which is this pouring tea, but upside down. I think it's upside down. Oh no, it isn't. That's the way it would come out of the spout of the teacup. So I'm just placing that next to this flower, but not too close to the circle there. Yeah. Doesn't even have to be perfect. Well, the stamps, the way they are created, they're a bit grungy anyway. But even if it doesn't stamp perfectly, I like the look. And this one here, this is the bubbles. I'm going to stamp them in Warm Breeze. And I should have zoomed in a little bit for you, sorry about that. Stamping them, sort of touching the leaves, maybe tilting a little bit. Can also turn them this way around. Do I like that? Yeah, I like this better, I think. So that is more or less my flowers. So I know I need something. I need something to tie that in. So I could, oh, forgot about this one here. That needs to be stamped. That was my idea, to have that leaf there. Which way around? Contemplating now whether I want that. I might actually leave that. This is the lemon twist there. Or orange twist. Yeah, so I'll have to do something, and I would like to bring in the pink. So I'll have a little think off camera what I can do. Okay, I've made up my mind. So for the bottom, I decided not to go in with the obvious choice, which would be to use some of the grass. I'm going in with this, but I will stamp it in green so it can look like some moss or so. Probably is some moss there, some fungi, but I didn't want it to look like obvious foliage. So I'm stamping that in the same green. Or do I want it darker? Bear with me whilst I get a different ink out. Yes, because I want to ground this a little bit, I will be using the Green Oasis, which is a bit darker, but it's still a colour that goes with these poppy colours. So I call it like a Cali green. So I'm just stamping 2 lots here at the bottom, and that ties both the plants in nicely together. Could have turned the stamp around so it doesn't look too even, but that's fine. So, and for the frame that I said I wanted to bring in the pink, I have chosen these splatters here from the wine set, and I think I will just stamp them randomly into these open spaces to create a little bit of a frame. And I think that's all to it, because I don't really want anything else. I want to keep this simple. I don't want to come in with any glitter, any shine. I just want these to pop as they are. So I'm alternating the stamp a little bit, turning it around so it doesn't look too even. And that's why I've got some paper underneath, because I knew I would be stamping over the edge. So I'm speeding this up for the video. Yeah, I think one more thing that this needs is a little sentiment across, just again to have a bit of focus because it's all on one level. So I thought about that before. I've got the nature down here, and I think I will just stamp that single word. I had a look at the other stamp set if there's a word that looks out to me, but I think that might just be fine there. Or is it? Again, I'll have a think off camera. I have found a different sentiment stamp, which is from the At the Beach set, and it's My Happy Place. That fits a bit more nicely right across like here. I might have to cut off the dot a little bit, but that doesn't matter. So, and I'm using the bluebell for that. I didn't want to introduce any black. I think I like this to be really, really colourful. So I'm just being mindful, I just put my fingernail onto the pad. So just across here. There we go. Oh, it fits on perfectly. Yeah, I think I'm very happy with that. I just leave it like this. I'm contemplating whether I want to round off the corners. I might do that off camera. So I will make a second one like this, maybe swap the flowers the other way around, and then I will create a 6x4 card to go with that, and then I'll just show you in a moment the finished products. So I've done all my stamping. I introduced this lemon twist or orange twist, whatever it's called, after all, and I used the VersaFine Clair Summertime for that. But before I put these down on the card bases, I just wanted to show you how you can change the look of your design by depending on what card base you use. So my original thought was to use some pink. I would have loved that, but I don't have any pink cardstock in that size. But I just wanted to show you what this looks like on blue compared to what it looks like on yellow. Can you see what difference it makes? And I think I will definitely go for the yellow. The green would be nice as well, makes it pop too, but I think the yellow would be perfect to go with this yellow center. So I quickly do this off camera again, and then I'll show you the finished cards. So here are my two cards and my two ATCs. This one's a bit wonky on the card base if you notice, but it doesn't matter really. So now we'll be sending them out like this, with the yellow flower on this side and on the ATC on this side and this one respectively. Yeah, and I'm really pleased with how these turned out. I think they're very cheerful, very colourful, and I made good use of these little stamps that I sometimes seem to neglect. Yeah, and if you like these cards too, on these ATCs, you might want to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of what I'm creating, I post videos on a Wednesday and a Sunday, and sometimes some extra ones on a Friday. You might want to subscribe to my channel. I'd be very happy about that. And I'll see you soon with another video.